Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to see determinants of consumption function. What are determinants? Determinants is nothing but the factors of consumption function. The factors of consumption function, according to J.M. Keynes, they are divided into two. One is subjective factors and the second one is objective factors. James Keynes has divided the factors influencing the consumption function into two, namely, number one, subjective factors, number two, objective factors. Just see an example for subjective and objective. Subjective are internal feelings of economic activity. Objective are not just opposite. Okay, that is not related to the internal. It is related to the external economic activity. Clear? Let us see the subjective factors. Subjective factors are the internal factors which are related to the psychological feelings. Major subjective factors influencing the consumption function are given below. Keynes lists 8 motives which lead individuals to refrain. What do you mean by refrain? To stop. Okay? To stop from spending. They are 8 in number. Okay? So let us see one by one what are all his 8 motives. Number 1, the motive of precaution. To build up a reserve against unforeseen contingencies, example, accidents, sickness, etc. Second one, the motive of foresight, the desire to provide for anticipated future needs, example, old age. Number 3, the motive of calculation, the desire to enjoy the interest and appreciation. Number 4, the motive of improvement, the desire to enjoy for improving standard of living. Number 5, the motive of financial independence. Number 6, the motive of enterprise, desire to do forward trading. Number 7, the motive of pride, desire to bequeath a fortune. Do you know the meaning for bequeath? Bequeath is nothing but is after our each and everybody's the death. It will be all the arrangements should be done to whom it has to go. That is simply we can say arrangement for something to be given to somebody after the death. That is called as bequeath. Okay. Next, last one is the motive of avarice. Here, avarice is also a new word. Avarice is nothing but purely instinct. That is purely instinct, miserly instinct is excessive, insatiable desire for the wealth. Okay? Let us sum up the Keynes motives, all the subjective factors in the words. Okay? Number one, precaution. Number two, foresight. Number three, calculation. Number four, improvement. Number five, independence. Number six, enterprise. Number seven, pride. And number eight, our rights. These are all related to the individuals, the government, the institutions, and the business corporations and the firms may also consume mainly because of this following four motives. Actually, subjective factors, it has been divided again into two. That eight motives are related to the individuals. The following four motives are related to the government and business people. Number one, the motive of enterprise. The desire to obtain resources to carry out the further capital investment without incurring debt. Number two, the motive of liquidity. The desire to secure liquid resources to meet emergencies and difficulties. Number three, the motive of improvement. The desire to secure a rising income and to demonstrate successful management. Number four, the motive of financial prudence. To the desire to ensure adequate financial provision against depreciation and obsolescence. This is also one of the new word, obsolescence, and to discharge debt. Obsolescence is nothing but the process, which one is updated one, which is not at all no longer used. So, the motive of financial prudence, and see here in this we should understand that updated one, desire to ensure adequate financial provision against depreciation and obsolescence, whether it is updated or not, whether it is old one or not, they have to be they have to find out and to discharge the debt. Let us sum up the eight motives which leads to the individuals to refrain, stop from spending: precaution, foresight, calculation, improvement, financial independence, enterprise, pride, avarice, motives, and four motives which are related to the government institutions and the firms. They are a motive of enterprise, liquidity, improvement, and financial prudence. According to Keynes, the subjective factors do not change in the short run, and hence the consumption function remains stable in the short period. Let us move on to objective factors, which I have already told you. Subjective factors are related to the psychological feelings. Objective factors are external factors. Okay. Subjective are internal, objective are external factors which are real and measurable. These factors can be easily changed in the long run. Major objective factors influence the consumption function are again objective factors. It has been divided into two. In this, we are going to see two important persons who have given more importance to income distribution and Dusenberry hypothesis. For income distribution is a Dusenberry hypothesis. Let us see in detail about him, and V.K.R.V. Rao, who has given the income distribution theory, right? What are the objective factors? Number one, income distribution. Number two, price level. Number three, wage level. Number four, interest rate. Number five, fiscal policy. Number six, consumer credit. Number seven, demographic factors. Number 8, Dusenberry hypothesis. Number 9, windfall gains or losses. Dusenberry. James Stemple Dusenberry, J.S. Dusenberry he was an American economist. He made a significant contribution to the Keynesian analysis of income and employment with his 1949 doctoral thesis, Income, Saving, and the Theory of the Consumer Behavior. He is V.K.R.V. Rao. He is an economist, politician, and the educator also, who have given the theory of income distribution. Let us see one by one all the objective factors. Number 1, income distribution. If there is a large disparity between rich and poor, the consumption is low because the rich people have low propensity to consume and a high propensity to save. The community with more equal distribution of income tends to have high propensity to consume. This view has been incorporated by V.K.R.V. Rao. Number 2, price level. Price level plays an important role in determining the consumption function. When the price falls, real income goes up. People will consume more and the propensity to save of the society increases. Number 3, wage level. Wage level plays an important role in determining the consumption function, and there is positive relationship between wage and consumption. Consumption expenditure increases with the rise in wages. Similar is the effect with the regard to windfall gains. Number 4, interest rate. Rate of interest plays an important role in determining the consumption function. Higher rate of interest will encourage people to save more money and reduces consumption. Number 5, fiscal policy. When government reduces the tax, disposable income rises and the propensity to consume of community increases. The progressive tax system increases the propensity to consume of the people by altering the income distribution in favor of the poor. Number 6, consumer debt. The availability of consumer credit at easy installments will encourage the households to buy consumer durables like automobiles, fridge, and computer, etc. This pushes up consumption. Number 7, demographic factors. Ceteris paribus, the larger the size of the family, the greater is the consumption. Besides, size of family, stage in family life cycle, place of residence, and occupation affect the consumption function. Families with children of college education stage spend more than those of primary education, and urban families spend more than rural families. 8. Dusenberry hypothesis. Dusenberry has made two observations regarding the factors affecting the consumption. The consumption expenditure depends not only on his current income but also past income and standard of living. As the individuals are accustomed to a particular standard of living, they continue to spend the same amount of consumption even though the current income is reduced. Second assumption is consumption is influenced by demonstration effect. The consumption standards of low income groups are influenced by the consumption standard of high income groups. In other words, the poor people wanted to imitate the consumption pattern of rich. This results in spending beyond their income level. 9. Last one. Windfall gains or losses. What do you mean by windfall gains? Windfall gain is nothing but unexpected changes, unexpected gains or losses. Unexpected changes in the stock market leading to gains or losses tend to shift the consumption function upward or downward. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.